to combine with him.
They don't know if they saved the AWP because nobody kept eyes on it. So
true.
That's a big question mark right here. Actually, not a question mark. It's not something that Heroic should be expecting.
I mean, they're heading yard, which makes perfect sense if there was no AWP in play, but at the moment, safe otherwise engaged. Wall of smokes from Heroic. Still a strong start on this team side. Fabian, good catch. We'll have another smoke to deploy. It's a forward wall. Tesla's established control onto that main roof. It's down going to be the spearhead of this descent to the secret steps.
Safe's removed from the rounds here. Completely removed. He needs his teammates to get a couple of kills to make this one even interesting, and if they lose the site, he's probably going to save here.
Yeah, but that SMG, he chose to invest. Well, now he can do his utmost. Yet to flag for the leader of this Furia pack, and Stound deletes him out of the round. Problems for Save. He might want to get that AWP up the ladder because the rest are going to fall into place. I say that as they're coming back. Oh my god! Oh my god! K-Serata gets through on the P250! I'm sorry! What is going on? Yabi into top site, detached from Cadian,
who's on B right now with the bomb.
I mean, the ladder, it's not accessible with that access point.
But you're in that ramp, so at least he's holding the trail, but there's so many issues here. It's essentially 2 1-on-1s, and Cadian's been spotted.
Should still be Heroics if they can just stop this walkout. Yeah, drop's gone. Really loses his potency. Threatening round, and it's off K-Serata, the hero of Ancient. Well over 30, closing in on 40 on map 2. And it's never been in question is the Brazilian individuals. Many have made a splash on the international stage. K-Serata is, however, the most exciting.
Yeah, look, he has the sidekick of Yuri, right? He's been contributing fantastically as well, but you have to levy so much praise to K-Serata. He's just a massive multi-fragger. He looks phenomenal in a lot of scenarios. And yeah, this round right here, you see how it starts to unravel, right? That AWP comes down, it scares them back up, they run into K-Serata, but the thing that was the most interesting for me in that exchange was Drop almost shot a teammate, which means that they're losing track of what's going on.
Right.
So they are able to get the purchase in here. You mentioned Art on that SMG, well that means he has to wield yet another.
By design, but still not off the starting line. He does need to start drawing blood. 5 is a great haul from Heroic's team side already.
I think it's going to get a lot worse here.
Yeah, it feels like it. It's in the waters, isn't it?
It's just the pace of the game that Heroic are approaching this with at the moment. They're really just letting Furia sit and... Yeah. Okay, that's the boost. We've seen that plenty of times before. Maybe Yuri hold the scope.
Yeah, but he's got to step past Yabi first. A great opening from the new addition. Goes wide, forced away. Safe has to play the long game.
It might just be a save.
I mean, it has to be if you don't get anything on your lobby court.
You've got one player down towards the lower deck, but it's Art with the SMG. And sure, if he can get you a kill or 2, it makes it somewhat enticing, but then you find yourself in a 3-on-3 here.
Come to me, let's go.
It's perfect understanding of the situation. Heroic do not commit to the lower side when there's so many unknowns. They know that they have a player in top A, they come on the ladder, they plant the bomb, and here's that save that we discussed. So 6-1 in favour of the Danes here. It's difficult again because of the massive spree that Fury were able to construct to come back and take us to overtime of Ancient, but I think right now you have to talk about the elephant in the room is the fact that Fury are on the CT side, right? This is the easier of the two. So if there was any hope that the fans had for them to bring things back, they need to start whirring into action now, and it's already feeling way too late. I know that we're only 7 rounds into this game.
Yeah, but with 6 under Heroic's belt, I mean, you'd be setting the market at the West. I mean, Furia do have to tighten their laces, button up their shirt, and play flawless Counter-Strike from here on out, and it's not pretty in the finance department either. One of the accountants just quit. Not happy. Gillis Arena trying to will their boys into action, but Heroic, undaunted, unfazed.
They've gone with something which resembles a buy. Art's invested, Yuri and Safe haven't, dropped MK Serato with residual cash. So 4 of the 5 combined next round. Art, he really needs to reconsider this if he doesn't find an impact with these type of buys.
Desperate to. But is it for the right reasons? But he once again puts himself in harm's way. Stanley, of course, a glimpse of him and a nice sink into the smoke. Down, unconfirmed damage dealt his way.
It needs to be a fire starter round. We spoke about what Cadian's impact was over there on Ancient in several rounds where they needed him to step up. This is what Art does, well, I want to say best. It's definitely where he can find some traction, but if they end this half in a massive hole and he's been purchasing out of pattern, he's that matchmaking teammate that everybody wants.
Yeah, it only makes sense if it works. And Art working overtime to get out of dodge. He got spotted, does turn tail immediately. Such a sketchy buy for Furia, and Heroic certainly in full control, my friend, as White Ra once said. And Heroic are diligent. They're not going to give you this multi-kill you're hoping for. He's begging for help. He's managed to get himself up onto the rafters. Yuri to tend to the option. To the vulnerability of Decon Door. Aren't responsible for double, but they can find him just over the edge. Yeah, Tessus. Good flight path and clear. Art down. Furious hopes hanging in the balance. This could be another T round, and it should be, really. Cadian makes it so. 2 quick headshots. Yuri in case Serato just books. Look at that one. Back turn. No hope in the round. Quesarata trying to hold on to what he can.
I don't want to rub salt in the wound here, but we have to talk about the numbers. That's what this comes down to, and this is the duality of Art on Inferno. As far as opening duels are concerned, he went 7 and 3. That's 7 successful, 3 unsuccessful. You move into Ancient. I know it was a close game. I know it was an exciting affair. He had 1 successful opening duel, 10 that went against him. Wow. Now here, within the early stages, the first 8 rounds of Nuke, the third and deciding map is Quesarata might lose it all. Get the gun out, Tessus. You might have had a chance right there. But to get us back on track, Art is currently 0 and 5 in opening exchanges. So you put the combination of Ancient now with here on Nuke. He's 1 for 15 in the last 2 maps so far.
It's the sword he lives and dies by. There's attempts at aggression, you know, there's a volatility to that just innately. And yeah, Tessus was trying his luck, trying to bait the shot. Quesarata too good. Keeps hold of the orb, but it's in the hands of Safe. Heroic flow state for them. As I say that, they whiff the smoke and lose a player. Quesarata's the one to open Furia's defensive account. They need a whole lot more of that. Heroic immediately, knee-jerk reaction is secondary.
Yeah, that one right there is going to land for a squeaky door. So unless Cadian might want to follow through with this, but they're trying to manufacture an opening of their own, right? They want to deny some vision on this top site, so they have to question the fact that maybe somebody has been able to drop down the vent. Now, there hasn't been the follow-through just yet. Furia are doing their best to ward them off of this position for as long as they can. But with the combination of that smoke that we've just seen go through the windows and the top half molly, unless you play ahead of this, exactly like this, it's impossible to deny. So, mystery solved for Furia now. Or at least I thought so. He's dipped back, so I think in the grey screen he got a little bit sketched out. So there is a problem. But remember, to go into that lower site, you need to open a door, which is audible, or break a window.
That's why Nuke is one of the favourites. Many a Counter-Strike player are onto Cadian. And more aggression. Quesarata brings the fight to Sound straight through. Art getting a couple of kills now. Shush with Lava Plant. He might get it here. Safe. Safe. The Furia's second on our 3rd map of this semi-final. It's certainly been a spectacle. Heroic trying to hand them a dose of reality on this 2 sides. 7 already in the bank, as we discussed. That second half is going to be an uphill climb regardless. But you want to have at least you're climbing shoes and a little bit of rope. You know, they need to find something on this CT side, otherwise it's going to be a one-way run for Heroic to meet outsiders in that final.
We've already seen what they've done with a little bit of momentum, right? So the fact that they were able to string together a slew of 11 rounds of their own, back on Ancient, I know Heroic got 12, but regardless, both teams are able to mount these massive walls. If you're able to do so right now and get themselves back into this half, you close it out 8-7, you understand it's not the best of halves you could have boasted, but it's the best recovery you possibly could have had from where you found yourself. They might still be believing in this. Let's see them fighting tooth and nail towards the very, very end of this semi-final. Back into play, round number 10. Eps on both sides of the serve up. We've got a couple of kills in the previous. He's now up to 3. That was a multi-kill. Right? And that's another thing that we need to monitor. Do those 2 kills where he found some good timing windows, start to make him feel a bit more enamored, wanting to take those type of duels, those type of fights, those type of risks that they need him to be able to get away with here.
Downfall's intentions laid clear. Using that smoke to slink down the stairs in the perfect gap between the incendiaries. You can see he takes 0 damage.
It's not an unknown, they have to consider it, and traditionally in these situations you find yourself pushing lobby for information, where Queserado now resides in Hart. How far does he push the issue?
It's all about his perception and his timing. Now Safe will likely be calling for help. We know Heroic like to boost the AWP here, and it's likely coming through. Safe. Oh! Meet it again, Cadian on the money. Just like that, ramp is open for business, and so is the round. It's up to drop. The only one on this low side. It's the 18-year-old who's staring at the smoke. What's he supposed to do? Down the vents. Not ready. Oh, lackadaisical. Straight down the vents into the loving embrace of Stown. Back turn again. Down, the assassin. Just sneaking up behind you. 2 already from him.
Cleaned house. The other 2 didn't even come looking. Queserado and Yuri didn't want a bite of a round like that. You can see where they roost up on the tippy top of Nuke right now. And all 5 stand alive for Heroic to likely secure this 8th round bomb. They're not too far away here. And that looked way too simple. That was some great counter-strike to get the map control on Nuke, but you wanted that secret space. You took a boost that you've already seen once or twice out of Heroic thus far with the AWP in the hands of Cadian. And you have to continuously bring Cadian up in this conversation, right? He's back in maybe some of the best form that we've ever seen from the in-game leader of this team. Like the fact that he's able to contribute like this, he is a primary AWPer. Remove the fact he's the in-game leader. That's not an excuse that goes to James, so why would it go to Cadian? And now he's showing up and delivering exactly how they need him to.
And what's so special as well for Cadian is how often he was trying. He's been chasing this dream for years, and to be on the semi-final stage, to be within touching distance of the grand final stage with an organisation and team that supports him, it's been a long time coming, a long road to get here. And Sam playing dirty games around that deep smoke, gets himself down the secret stairs, but Heroic's T side is just looking so well attuned to their opponent. Safe wasn't even ready for their signature boost. And they're trying their luck on this. Now Yuri's given up the space. He'll tuck in. He doesn't have any immediate support, so this duel is everything. A big one from Yuri. Quickly silenced by Shush appropriately. Now Art already reacts to that by taking that lobby space.
They haven't addressed B. No one's dropped down. There's so many issues here, and they're going to get worse. Cadian strikes. This is starting to sour right now for Furia, for all the Brazilians here. We're hoping to will them forward. None of that willpower is, but they're on B, and it has to be another one of these rounds where they go for a save. There's nobody here to respond to it. Like, what are you meant to do? How you know, we can't even see a situation where there's a position where the Furia players can find a fight. We have to search for them. It's brutal. Heroic Cadian, right? I just wanted to draw back to this. You said he's been doing this for so long. Here's a little personal anecdote. I lost to Cadian at the very first major BYOC DreamHack Winter 2013 in Jönköping. His team Zapso beat us, knocked us out on this very map. We couldn't even make it to the major, and then Cadian went on to play in the very first major. I think he would have been 17 or 18 years of age back then, 27 years of age now, and it's a completely different looking kid. Well, he's no longer a kid, is he? He's the man of Heroic. He's the leader of this team.
Yeah, through trials, tribulations and failures, Heroic, the cream rising to the top. And they've got their stage experience now. You know, they've got their stage legs. And that's a Furia timeout.
Seems late, doesn't it? It seems very, very late, the fact that we're already 11 rounds into this game. There's dismay on the face here, and they've taken the timeout when they're in this hole of 7 rounds. It already feels too little, too late. How are you meant to claw your way back into this? You keep saving, you keep having guns, but you can't find yourself in the right position. And traditionally in this situation, what would you do? Well, you'd want to take a more aggressive stance. But the way that Heroic have been approaching this in a lot of situations is they're just doing a bit of a slower crawl. Like they're throwing out some early U2, they're seeing how you react, then they've got some more mid-round decisions that come their way, and they don't seem flustered at all. At all. Heroic are on top of things right now. They've got their finger on the pulse, and they're looking for that next step. Quarterfinals, semi-finals.
Sky is the limit. Heroic looking for a 10th team round. These boys do not give up. They will not let up the pace unless, of course, it's involuntary. Keserato drops with the double, sprays down the hut push. And finally, Furia find a remedy to this chaos.
Unless Cadian wins a 1-on-5 with the AWP, has the bomb, he can confirm the plan. That's a little bit of extra money coming his way, but this would be absolutely insane.
I'd propose to him on the spot. There's an entire team barreling towards Casper, Cadian, Muller. And it's the first bullet out of safe sword that will secure the third. Now, as discussed, already a very damning scoreline. Furia are just looking to muster up, even if it is just individuals waking up for that second half. But you see how it came through.
And it was the opposite of what I predicted. I thought that Heroic would continue by the book. I think they were hoping to catch Furia off guard, going for one of those aggressive plays. So the fact that at a minute 40 on the clock there, when you see those kills coming in from drop on that top rafter, that's Heroic deciding to take the fight and that pace. That plant's great. The buy, I don't think it was too much in question anyway. And if they can immediately reset, it will deny Furia from any consecutive rounds so far in this CT hall.
Forward position out of safe, and the elbow punished right to the funny bone. Tessa's not laughing. Safe's position noted. Shush, cautious of aggression. Cadian still on that T-side orb. Will lose its potency once yard is clear. Still not burrowed in deep is Yuri Warehouse. Coming in from under. Ooh. Down may have heard that, yeah, and they will confirm his suspicions, and that will get Cadian now just breathing down that potential.
Even the fact that Art just shows himself there might change the call from Heroic here. Just knowing that there's a player that close to Secret willing to take those type of fights. Is he just around the corner? How deep is he in his sight? Well, he's completely rotated back in towards top.
Big fight from Yuri, delivers on sound. More up to him, gets 2 of the 3. Heroic. Very limited options into round 13. Cadian's trying his luck. Safe, however, is sharp as a tack. On his checks, it's going to be coming down to timing. They will flash through. Cadian goes looking. Safe into the sight. Going to have to be responsible for heaven. One-way drop by Cadian. He's got his U2 lined out, but he hasn't got a single teammate to celebrate. And yeah, gives it up, backs away. Fury will take that one any day of the week. Safe again, a contributing factor as Fury's double outside. 3 becomes 4.
And consecutive rounds. So at least something for them to get excited about here, as a timeout will be called from Heroic, their second. Now, when you're in this situation, you do not want to get complacent. You do not want to let your foot off the gas. You had a chance to have a mammoth haul on this T side, and, well, still, it's a mountain that you've been able to erect here. You can still make it an 11-4 on the T side. That is something that I don't think even Furia could come back from.
Yeah, 11-4 would be damning. These next two rounds really do hold a lot of weight in terms of Furia putting up a fight on your third map, on your last chance. Got to get out of your head and get into the game. 9-6, functional. Not going to be easy given how potent Heroic have been. And so it begins. T-side off this time, looking for safe. Safe. Whoa, lucky to be alive as the Cadian flick whistles past his eardrum.
Look at this, they're going straight towards Yard here, knowing where he was. The smoke wall immediately erected. They're going to make this one quite quick and across, but Art over the top. He's seen something and gets the kill onto Tassus.
More opportunity. Can't believe he's gotten away with that. Changing of the guard though on that one. Stown just slips straight past him. Safe silent on the descent. They are heading secret. We need to address this, and that is the AWP's job. Drop to contain. Stop the vent drop. Keep safe. As they do perfectly. Flash him. Absolutely perfect. Cadian. Oh, and another from Stown. Heroic are taking this round and riding it into a tent. They can go up. They know. Say the coast is clear. Furia just getting bullied at this point. Everything you try.
Kind of timing here.
Small opportunity. With Cadian down, the bomb is two. Shush though. Adjusts. Leaves Yuri in the low side here and all the action up top. Who knows? His options very limited. He'll have to walk all the way up and around. Yabi's still hesitant to plant.
Short-lived celebrations here, and the question is, does you really want to give this one a go? We'll take a look at the finances available for what will be the final round of play. Round number 15 coming up next, and we actually may as well. The only thing he can't buy himself next round is AK. But they can't buy themselves another round going into the second half either, so give it a go. See if you can get this fifth, and see if you can pull off something phenomenal.
We'll start with a quick, clean headshot. Heroic not going to be giving him anything. Oh, then a bullet straight into the dome. Stown punishes. And that 10th round, that damning 10th T round on Nuke is under their belt. That's not going anywhere. And neither are Heroic. Set for success. Rolling out that red carpet.
Well, speaking of success, something that has assisted Furia in a couple of key rounds here has been double AWP. So that's been brought out once more. Safe and Art wielding those bad boys, as you would expect. That nade, a big chunk of damage on the Stown, but does have the space in. Well, Safe, if he's not looking, he's a dead man walking.
He's not. And where Stown could find him. Orb to bait. Stown. What? Stown doesn't clear it. Safe right behind him. There's no idea. Safe doesn't either. Works it out. Ahead of the AWP. A big frag to post. Furia spiraling. Caserato recovering some ground. Just to find their way back into lobby. They know there's potential. But it could be Yuri once again. The man of the hour, Caserato. Both the fangs are here, and only one from Caserato. It's Yuri's turn. And Yabi denies. What a shot! He makes it a double.
You gotta hit those, and back up the ladder they go. Straight in towards the A site here, circumventing any danger whatsoever. That bomb will go down. They can fortify this A site.
No hope here. I say that has dropped. Does find Shush. Art needs to get out. He's around the potential for fence. A quick scope could change everything. A quick scope could and does change everything for this final round. It's only Cadian left. It's an awkward angle, but there's two of them and only one of you. Makes it clear. Fires the shot. Drop will save him. How often have we said that? His frag into the low site does facilitate five rounds heading into attack on Nuke. I don't need to spell it out for you, but Heroic are in touching distance of a grand final at IEM Rio 2022. We have the best that Denmark has to offer up against South America's finest. It's grand final on the line, but it's the final map in which to decide. Heroic, an incredible lead. T-side, 10 rounds. They look like the better team. Rio head in hands as Furia find just 5 to work with heading into this T-side.
I've asked this question once before. Is 5 enough? And it was the other way around. Nation is still in conversation. This is going to be a whole lot of hard graft for the Brazilians to bring this one back into something respectable. Looks like a ramp rush. Ooh, they've actually hit the brakes here. Glib and squeaky into Tassis.
The crowd knows a pistol's important in a comeback. Trying to lead, straight down into this side, running over Tassis, flattens him completely off the block. Need another, Cadian's gone, Art Farms 2, Yabi back with the same, and he's looking for more, the head is not done. Shush onto Quesarato, Heroic are hitting shots. This was a 3v5, instantly level, and now they just hit everything. That's going to feel good. The Danes, with Yabi at the helm, lead 2 and 11th.
That's going to feel great. 5 out of 6 pistols. Remember that stat line as well. We're talking about these little details that not have been going in their favour, that they've been able to convert here. And this is great. Yeah, come into my domain. Run through that little corridor. I will pip you at the post. Tidy USB headshots there. Nothing more satisfying. And now Heroic know that they are in touching distance of this grand final.
They're not going to let it up. They're not going to let off the gas. Close to major territory they've never seen before. Cadian putting them all on the floor as Furia absent in round 2. There's a couple of deagles. They will get the buyout into our third.
Might be speed run in this second half here. Those first 2 rounds, blinking and missing, they were over extremely quick.
So to recap Heroic's major history, these boys, they've been a contender for a time now.
Hey, you go back to Stockholm, post-COVID, the majors return. They fall in the semi-finals to G2. They return, they come back to Antwerp. They make it to the playoffs once more, but they get matched against Navi and find themselves eliminated in the quarterfinals. But right here, right now, that extra hurdle, that extra step is about to be taken. Is it enough? We'll have to find out tomorrow. We have to find out if we can get there right here, right now. There's so much when we talk about Furia. They black the smoke walls. They're such a lobby-dependent team. You can see them now stranded in yard in the open, looking for these fights and running into them. Oh, Hart! He's not ready for it at all. These plays, that's another opening death. Throw that one on the tally. That stat line is going to sting.
It's truly alarming to see how many of those duels have not gone his way in these last 2 maps. And Heroic so well drilled. Every step they take calculated. This is aggression. Calculated aggression toward that lobby. And Safe's got the bomb on his back. He can't pass through that 4-man setup. It'd be crazy to try. Oh, unless Drop comes from behind. He gets them. Safe as well. Completely rumbles through defense. Another for Safe. Double from him. Down with 1 back, and it would be quite the clutch. How did Drop get under their skin like that?
They're going to take their time to get the bomb back here. They think he might still be in radio. So down. Heads up play is playing ahead of Furia here. He's already rerouted back towards the heaven position. He's up the ladder and behind them. And top they win.
Oh my God!
Is going to crush this one out.
There's no way. Just breaking all of their heart. The ace clutch from Stone. That is superb. The superstar goes supernova. Just when they were running out of hope, Drop tried, Stone succeeds.
And he's just carried the corpse here into the arena. This is a funeral for Furia. How do you come back from this? How do you come back from this? Your support means nothing right here, right now. And Cadian thanking the man above, looking down. Should be thanking Stown. That's where he's sent this side of Furia and into the blender once more.
Heroic will not give you anything. You have to take it by force. Yuri has done so with a weapon. A single glimmer of light as is Art's position. He's down and already up towards the ramp. Tessus is not aware, or at least not addressing it. Hard fight on the Mag 10. Lets it slip. Art flustered, fumbled. Tessus dealing with multiple adversaries all over the map. It doesn't matter. You cannot touch him. As he's gotten 2 of the 3 required. Now Yuri's got him on the left jiggle. But how do they make a round out of this? Stown has had all the time in the world to think about his position. Heroic burrow in deep. And this denial seems like a matter of time. Drop with the bomb. Holding the cross, a hard clear. Does he go for the deny? He should have it. A free flag. Beautiful, graceful, out of sound, and that's only Yuri to try and get that bomb down and win a round to give them hope. It's all gone. 14 for Heroic. As Heroic simultaneously silence Rio de Janeiro. Now that's their second time out. Furia.
Only their second time out.
Yeah, it's weird to say, isn't it?
Only their second time out, and the scoreline reads 14-5. You're going to have to question where were these earlier before the game got away from them. We were questioning the types of buy decisions that were being made. out of Furia, especially Art. The way that they are now translates into the opening death department. I can't keep drilling this one home. It is glaring. It's sticking out like a sore thumb. And in a game like this, where you had the opportunity to try and bring things back on Ancient, you went down kicking and screaming. You did not give Heroic that map, but right now this is a gift. They had a stomp on map number 1. That was Heroic's pick. Furia pants them now. We find ourselves on map number 3, and Heroic are giving them a taste of their own medicine.
They just do not care about how many people are here to watch you succeed. They've got their own mission, and a grand final is where that mission will reach its conclusion. Serato trying his luck. On the door spray, they are coming to Tessas, who once again gets his fragger safely. The ramp hold. Giving up now. Shush with the aggression. Serato unprepared, and Furia are just getting toyed with at this point. Hope waning. Options minimal. Yabi good on the headshot. Maybe a second as well. Never mind the 10 HP he's left with because he's tucked in tight. Yuri can't take that fight. He will now. Doors are open. Heroic are coming and just charging into him. Like a rabid dog, they just want to get to the finish line. It's so close, and 10 opportunities.
It's sinking in for the fans. It's really sinking in for the fans right now. It's hopeless. None of it left. The energy amounts to nothing here. And I think that maybe in classic Heroic fashion, they might go for something a little bit naughty. Give them an uppercut here. Throw something outside the box. I know people might argue it could give them a chance back in, and they could play the standard game and just shut the doors regardless. But that wouldn't be Heroic. So let's see. A timeout call from Furia. Potentially their last. They have one more, but they have to hold on. They need to convert a round, or this magical run is going to lose exactly that. The cauldron designed to consume their opponents, bubbling over against them.
10 rounds required of Furia on the T side of Nuke. Heroic showing no signs of slowing. Going through the motions. Cadian's call for the setup established. And Serato has felled the first. On the defense, forces Tessus into a more passive approach. Smoke onto door. Into the ramp. Tessus has given it up. Tessus has lost his life. With drop on the helm with the AK. Now into Cadian. He's using a bit of an element of surprise on this position. They will smoke door, but are they ready? Oh, yes, they are. The nade. But they don't look at it as he does chip away. One of Furia separate from the pack. Cadian! Oh! Cadian finds 3 as he breaks the all hearts of the arena and the team in one spray of the M4. It's only 2 now, and it's the fangs that are being snuck upon from behind down onto Yuri. And Serato resides himself to a slow crawl at the top.
That says it all. It says it all. The hand off the mouse, the touch of the head, the understanding of the situation. It's sunk in now. There's no way out. This one's done.
Cadian throws the knockout blow.
Only fitting.
Only fitting. As Serato will try as hard as he can to extend play. Cadian hasn't moved a muscle. A triple from the in-game leader for that grand final that has eluded him for his entire career. He'll take it by force. Heroic are off to the grand finals of IEM Rio 2022.
Furia's fairy tale falters here. Heroic take their next step, and a changing of the guard regardless. The Danes, the new best in the red and white, make their way to the grand final stage to take on outsiders, but these faces say it all.
It's been an incredible run from Furia. No one can take it away from them. A top 10 team makes a deep run on home soil, but it's Heroic to humble them. You've got to admire the tenacity